What's crackin', movie trivia Schmoedown fans? It's your boy C-Dub, and today we got a teams match. Lon Harris and Paul Oyama. So I'm blanking on the names of these teams again. Final Exam are taking on Elliot Dewberry and Mark Edward Hoyk. The Experiment. This should be a very interesting match. But I think I'm going to go with Final Exam. Paul's probably itching to get a victory after what happened at Spectacular. And Lon, who knows what Lon we're going to see. I mean, we seen him in a scene, a week ago, and he wasn't doing too well. So he probably wants to get in the win column. But it should be a good match. So let's get it started.
And your winner of the free-for-all, Dangerous Dan Moore!
March 21st at the Globe. It is the fourth free-for-all. 40 competitors going head-to-head. The winner will find themselves at a title match.
Never know who's coming down the ramp next.
That's what's so great about free-for-all. You never know what happens and who's going to win.
Has cleared the table!
The Globe Theater, downtown Los Angeles, 1 p.m. is the kickoff. Get your tickets at the Schmoedownlive.com.
There he is. Prime time. What's up, baby? How you doing, man? Looking good, Playboy. I'm excited. Let's go. My #1 draft pick. This year is your year. This season is all about you, man. I'm ready for it. You excited?
Yeah.
Yeah? What do you mean, yeah? You seem like something's off a little bit. Are you okay?
I don't know, man. Something just doesn't feel right.
Something doesn't feel right. What's going on? You want to change the nickname? You just don't like the, you don't like the costume? You want a new costume? What do you want to do?
I don't know, man. It just feels off.
Okay, then screw it. You know what? I know you're kind of spectacular, all that stuff. Leave it behind. Take off the jacket. Take off the glasses. Let's just do Paul Oyama.
You think that'll help?
Let's do it. New year, new you, 2020. Let's go.
Guess it won't hurt.
You feeling it?
Yeah.
Let's go. Leave it. Come on. New year, new you, 2020, baby. Let's go. Hell yeah. Drop it. Throw it right there. Let's get out of here. Done. Tell us right over there. The teams division heats up once again. You got Corruption, The Experiment going up against Swag's Final Exam. And these are all characters that have been in this division for a bit.
That's the thing you gotta realize about this matchup. These teams, never heard of these team names before, but the characters they're in, we know a lot about. There's a lot of history. I look at Final Exam, Christian, and I see a sterling reputation with Lon Harris, both in individual matches and in the team exercise. And then you have somebody who's quickly becoming an all-time name, Paul Oyama. They're teamed up together.
They are teamed up together. And the thing is, with Prime Time, how is he going to come back from that devastating loss against Ben Bateman at the Spectacular?
It's a tough Christmas present to unwrap.
What's his confidence like? I spoke to him afterwards. He was disheveled. He was rattled.
Tears?
Not tears, but he was rattled, and it's understandable. It was a big match for his career, for his young career. The kid's 22 years old.
Is he only 22?
He's had a meteoric rise in the movie Trivia Schmoedown. How's he going to return? What's he going to be like? And then you have Lon Harris, who's also shifted. I've talked to Winston Marshall. This is not the same Lon Harris. There's something going on with him. We don't know what yet. But
Lon Harris?
But there's something going on with Lon Harris. He has just changed his whole kind of philosophy.
Did he get a new pipe?
I don't know. But then you look at The Experiment. Shannon Barney has quickly become one of the biggest stars in the league when it comes to managing, and you have to be when you're managing Corruption. And she shocked the world not only when she chose Mark Hoyk, and Mark Hoyk just basically stood up in front of that whole audience, and the audience got scared collectively and shut up.
Horrified everyone.
He did it.
Not since the Ghost of Gus has the Comedy Store seen such horrific activity.
It's like, what this guy is an intimidating force. But the other thing that she did is she split up the Wildberries.
The crowd still, clearly, I'm still hurt about it.
It was. was. It was her choice to do it because right beforehand, Swag drafted Makuga thinking, okay, I'm going to put the Wildberries back together. She said no. And she turned to me, she goes, watch this. And she drafted Dewberry and put these two together. And I don't know what that's going to be like. The big personality of Dewberry against this anomaly in Mark Hoik. I don't know what we're going to see in it is certainly an experiment.
You know, Christian, I'm not as smart as somebody named the Professor, Lon Harris, but I will tell you with an experiment, I know that there's controls and there's variables. Seems like you got two pretty big variables in this particular experiment. How are they going to catch up to the final exam?
Well, we're going to find out a little bit about these teams. I'm excited just hearing about it, like, what is going on?
Let's see what's new.
And evil begets evil. So I call to corruption, Mark Hoik.
Let's get something straight. You manage Mark Edward Hoik the way that you manage a flesh-eating virus. Corruption stands for doing what needs to be done, and I am going to leave a wrath of scorched earth upon everybody here.
You look really nervous. Don't be.
Yeah, man, that was terrifying. You know, the vibe's a little different this time around.
I have a feeling I'm gonna need a little more champagne for this one. Elliot Dewberry.
Oh, wow!
He's taking Dewberry!
No!
Just split up! The Wildberries officially, they're gone!
We're upset right now, man. You know, Shannon broke up the Wildberries. Like, Dewberry should be with us, and instead, you know,
Wildberries! Woo!
Schmoedown needs you, okay? I drafted you. I've got
Those ruffian? I mean, screw that, man. I don't care anymore. I dropped out.
I traversed a lot of the California woods to find lawn. I'm just gonna tell you right now. I was out there for a while, and you know black people don't do mountain lions. I was not very happy about. Stop it! I take the man that will be taking his belt back, Mr. Paul Oyama. Paul Oyama, I talked to him. You saw the scene, man. My boy is a changed man, like the Grave Hole once said. Allow me to reintroduce this man, all right? I'm talking about the once and future world champion of the movie trivia Schmoedown. I'm talking about Mr. Paul Oyama.
What kind of creature is Gizmo in Gremlins?
Oh, Gremlin.
And your winner!
It's been kind of a tough month, and I was hoping that this would be sort of the thing I could hang my hat on, and I just feel bad about certain things, but yeah. Spectacular was a little rough. This is a new season, and it's new opportunities, and it's still prime time. It's just a new clock.
Paul Oyama, you are a former champion, so you know all about how fame is fleeting, and that is why they gave Caesar a laurel wreath. So you've had your lesson in humility, but you had it in front of thousands of loving fans. You did not learn your humility the way I did, with your producer not returning your phone calls, with your membership in AFTRA having to lapse because you couldn't afford the dues.
I'd just like to say something to the kids watching out there. Is that my camera right over there? Kids, don't try. It's like, don't follow your dreams because you probably won't achieve them anyway. And just give up, right?
A little less fun, but that's okay, because that was terrifying.
Fun is the enemy.
We'll work with that. Okay.
Hey, you're one of us now.
One of us.
Get used to it.
So much. He's not the professor. He's a delinquent. I mean, what is that?
He went from the head of the class to the guy sitting on the chair all the way in the back. That's a complete, 180 for Lon Harris.
They're both of them. I mean, and then you see a Paul Oyama, no sunglasses. That seems like someone who is more tuned in with himself than trying to be cocky.
They're doing yoga.
I don't know what's going on. And maybe it's Winston. Winston we know has been talking to Lon and getting Lon because Lon shut himself out in a cabin somewhere. We didn't know where he was, and then Winston was able to bring him back. So maybe there's something with Winston that he's able to get these characters working together. And then you see the other side of that. Shannon Barney is an evil woman. I mean, when you look at what she has done, and
Tell us how you really feel.
Well, you look at Dewberry, and Dewberry is not comfortable in that situation.
Yeah, that's
he
rough.
just is not.
He misses his buddy,
and she's smiling, and she is happy about it, and she knows this makes him uncomfortable, and she is pushing him into this. So yes, I think that she's doing this on purpose, and I'm sure when they come walking out, she's going to be doing the same thing. And Mark Hoyt, he scares me, Mark.
Hey, look, he's a scary individual. A lot of questions about this match. Will the final exam team up, or will they be smoking in the boys' room? And with the experiment, is Mark Hoyt going to put a curse on this studio?
What about the tail of the tape, Mark? What are the strengths?
Well, they are very good at a lot of things. With the experiment, you look at an Elliot Dewberry. He knows his action-adventure films. With Mark Hoyt, he knows his biopics. And then you move over to final exam. Lon Harris, we know he used to know classics very well. Paul Oyama, he went with classics at the Spectacular. Didn't work out, but Oyama also very good at new releases.
All right, so with that, I ask you if you're ready.
The answer is no.
No.
The answer is no, I am not.
Well, we'll ask the crowd if they're ready. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown.
You did the ready and the time there. Well done. Well done.
Introducing first, representing Corruption, led to the ring by their manager, the Queen of Corruption, Shannon Barney, making their team debut, Mark Edward Hoyt, Elliot Dewberry, The Experiment.
Shannon Barney, with her devilish crown. There's Chance Ellison. There's Mike Kalinowski.
Look at Dewberry, so out of place. Dewberry is so out of place.
Everybody went with the darker shade, and then Dewberry just looks like the guy lost in the wrong office.
Dewberry doesn't know what to do.
He got the wrong elevator.
He's used to doing keg stands and being drunk before matches.
He's used to dancing.
This seems like he's in a boarding school.
Mark Hoyt, not the dancer that Makuga is.
Yeah. Elliot, are you okay? Blink twice if you can hear us.
I'm good.
He's fine.
Everything is fine, Christian.
Okay, all right.
Well, he's well trained, if nothing else.
Mark Hoyt, and look at Corruption in general, just staring us down, Mark. They all scare me.
Yeah, I think I'm not going to make eye contact.
And their opponents, representing Swag, led to the ring by their manager, Winston Marshall, making their Schmoedown team debut. He is the delinquent Lon Harris, and the former movie trivia Schmoedown champion of the world, primetime Paul Oyama. Final exam.
Still got the time, so no sunglasses. No sunglasses. Very casual. There's Winston.
Oh my God, look at the delinquent.
That's Lon Harris. That is not a professor. That is, in fact, a delinquent.
Looks like he stumbled off a train in the 1920s.
Yeah, he looks like a hobo, Christian.
Yeah, that's what I was going.
Wow.
Look at this.
Look at this. Look at this. Somebody have $1 to give Lon.
I think Kalinowski just caught a whiff of booze.
Yeah.
All right. So what cast of characters it is? So,
It's Tom. No, just
Winston.
Trying to
one match.
coach him.
Well,
You should probably just go home now.
Who are you?
Wow.
You'll learn.
Telling the delinquent to go home.
I don't think he's able to learn anything anymore, so I don't know about that.
These guys were just like, come answer some questions, and I was like, I don't know, effort sounds lame, but I bet, it's like, I feel like maybe we could beat these guys without trying, so that'd be cool.
Very odd.
I feel if Drunk Brett's version of Drunk Brett came alive, it would be right there.
Christian, this is the oddest match I've ever called in this young season. I'm looking at two nice, upstanding young gentlemen, a wizard and the eighth dwarf from Snow White.
All right.
Who are all those
I
people?
gotta ask, primetime Paul Oyama, how are you, sir? I haven't seen you in a bit.
I'm good, yeah.
All right, look at
Set your clocks, baby.
All right.
No sunglasses.
No,
okay,
it's
well,
a different
look,
Oyama.
this is still a movie trivia Schmoedown match. There are still rules to
primetime,
be
baby.
had. Lon, are you paying attention?
Not really?
Young man, I'm about to read the rules for round number 1, and you will listen. In round number 1, 8 questions are going to be asked to the field. Although this is a team match, round number 1 is an individual exercise of movie trivia Schmoedown know-how. Each question is worth a point. There's no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in round number 1. As soon as the question is asked, each competitor please write down your best attempt at an answer on the whiteboard. You have about 15 seconds to do so. Once we address you by name, please reveal what you wrote to the camera at the same time you verbalize your attempt at an answer into the microphone. Each team has 3 usages of the JTE rule throughout the duration of the match. If you're not sure you heard a question or you want to buy yourself some time, use the JTE rule. Each team also has 1 challenge to be used at any point throughout the duration of the match. Young man, stop air guitaring.
What?
Are you chewing gum?
No, it's not gum.
I got my eye on you.
I know.
I got my eye on you.
I don't know which one I like better, to be honest. I liked the professor.
What are we talking about? Headphones out. Headphones out. Let's go.
All right. So that's true. You can't be getting this is not the Houston Astros, you know. All right. So
There it is. There it is.
all right, here we go.
Yankee fan, they never cheated.
Let's ask final exam. Are you ready?
Once more into the reach. Let's do this.
We ask the experiment. Are you ready?
Yeah. Affirmative.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown! Action adventure, 15 seconds. Here we go. What comedian plays Detective Lee Butters in Lethal Weapon 4, who is dating the daughter of Danny Glover's character?
Can I ask you to rank your favorite Lethal Weapon films in order?
Chris Rock.
1, 2, 4, and 3.
I thought you go 2 first. I thought you were a big 2 guy.
I love 2.
Yeah.
One set it on.
I like 4 a lot.
Yeah.
I like 4 a lot.
3, 2, 1. Paul?
Chris Rock.
Yes. Dewberry?
Chris Rock.
Yes. Lon?
Yeah, it's pretty obviously Chris Rock.
And Mark?
Chris Rock.
1. All right. We have a lot of questions about Chris Rock.
He's a great comic and he deserves all the accolades. We move on to movie quotes is the next category. And your question, what 80s film is known for the line, "Nobody puts baby in a corner"?
I gotta be honest, I was expecting the audience to groan on that one.
No groan here. I think that they're in kind of some sort of spell that Hoyk has cast over
Yeah, I
everyone.
think so. 5,
I think you and I are operating under that
Dirty
as well.
dancing.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Dewberry?
I
Didn't have it. Lon?
Dirty Dancing?
Yes. Mark?
Dirty Dancing.
And Paul?
Dirty Dancing.
All right, so only Dewberry missed. So 4-3. The final exam goes up. Dramas is your next category. Which famous 1957 film from director Sidney Lumet follows a jury as they deliberate on the case of a young man accused of murder?
You ever murder a guy?
No, but Mark Hoyk, I've seen.
You know what? I actually appreciate how he enunciates his answers.
too. Oh, yeah.
So I'll
Title
take more
N for
competitors
murder?
like Hoyk. I'm shocked to hear myself say that.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lon?
So 12 Angry Men.
It is Mark Hoyk.
12 Angry Men.
See how he does that? I love it, actually. I love it. Paul?
But you wouldn't really kill him. 12 Angry Men. 12 Angry.
There we go. Okay, so now we're at 6-5. Final exam holding their lead. I happen to agree with you very much. I love the way Mark Hoyk answers questions.
I love the way he enunciates. Your next category is in the world of crime films. Something Lon Harris is probably familiar with.
You can't prove anything.
Your question, Brad Pitt plays an Irish gypsy or pikey in what 2000 crime film? Lon looks like a guy who steals candy from the neighborhood Woolworths.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he looks like a guy. I think he is the guy.
Yeah, he's the actual
5.
person.
Yeah. 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark?
Snatch.
Yes, sir. Paul?
This one's a caravan. Snatch.
Yes, and
You like dags?
yes, and
Yeah, Snatch.
everybody got it.
Tony right here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
It's not funny, young man.
Next question from Fantasy Sci-Fi. Who directed the 2005 film Serenity?
Oh, God, what I wouldn't give for some of that right now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Jeez, I'm with you. Hawaii.
I mean, Oyama
Joss
and Dewberry
Whedon.
look pretty serene.
5, 4.
The other side of the ledger. Oh my God.
3, 2, 1, and we start with Paul Yama.
Joss Whedon.
Yes. Dewberry?
Joss Whedon.
Yes.
Yes, Joss Whedon.
And Mark?
Joss Whedon.
You better switch it up on us now. All right, next question.
Your next category is in the world of comedies. I'll take it.
It's funny.
Your question: what 2015 holiday comedy stars Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Seth Rogen, and Anthony Mackie?
My goodness. I like comedies, you know that?
I just watched a couple weeks ago.
I sent you that
the night
screenshot of
before.
Hot Shots the other day.
I loved it. Thank you for doing
Holy
that.
crap.
5.
Watched it again, Christian?
It's the best. 4.
It's glorious.
3, 2, 1. We start with Elliot Dewberry.
The Night Before.
Yes, sir. Lon?
Yeah, the night before.
Mark?
The Night Before.
And Paul?
It's a great movie. The Night Before.
It is a really funny movie, you're right. Okay, so right now, everybody, only Dewberry's missed 1. The rest of the team, the rest of the players playing with a perfect round here.
All right, 2 more questions remain. Christian, we go to the scary world of horror/thriller, something that we are currently experiencing.
Which 2018 horror film stars Toni Collette, Alex Wolff, and Gabriel Byrne?
You love comedies, not so much the horror movies. They
You
still
keep
give you
saying that.
nightmares.
You keep saying that's not truth.
You shake in your sleep.
No, not
You
true.
wet the bed after you see a Freddy
5.
Krueger film.
Love those movies. 4, 3.
He's a funny guy.
I feel like I should know this. It's not Upgrade. I can't remember.
2, 1, and we start with Lon Harris.
Hereditary.
Yes. Mark Hoyk.
Hereditary.
Yes. Paul.
Oscar for Tony. Hereditary.
Yes. Hereditary. Okay. 13.
Toni Collette.
All right. So where we are at this moment is that both Paul Oyama, Lon Harris, Mark Hoyk toying with a perfect first round. If they all hit this, they all have perfect rounds.
Your last category is in the world of animated movies. Movies drawn by hand or on a computer. Your question: who voices the title character in the 2018 film The Grinch? Been a lot of iterations of that over the years.
Yeah.
Could trip someone up trying to get a perfect game. Here's where the pressure is
Benedict
the most
Cumberbatch.
condensed.
And 5, 4,
Making diamonds.
3, 2, 1. We start with Mark Hoyk.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Perfect round for Hoyk. All right, Paul.
Benedict
Perfect
Cumberbatch.
round for Paul. Dewberry didn't have it. And Lon?
I don't know how to pronounce this. Benedict
And
Cumberbatch.
Paul also had it. So finally, Sam finds himself in the perfect round, but so does Mark Hoyk. So here's how it works. All you guys will have to write it on Dewberry. You will not be participating in this particular question here, but we'll have both final exam and Mark Hoyk. Please write your answer down the same way you would for the previous. And here is your bonus question. This Academy Award-winning actress played Lady Tremaine, the evil stepmother in Disney's live-action adaptation of Cinderella.
Not a lot of good stepmothers out there in the Disney universe.
Not a lot of the times.
You know, there's great stepmothers in real life. Disney,
Yeah, not so much. 5, 4, 3, 2,
Meryl Streep.
1. Pens down, please. Start with Paul.
Kate Blanchett.
Yes, perfect round. Lon.
It's Kate Blanchett.
Perfect. And Mark Hoyk.
Justice for Emma Thompson.
No, he didn't have it. Wow. Big miss there because final exam had perfect rounds and find themselves now with a 4-point lead. Massive developments here in round 1.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it was really tit for tat, stop laughing
Yeah.
at that one. And when you look at it now, it's a 4-point advantage, and all of a sudden, that's a
Wow.
big time point differential as we enter into round number 2. Round number 2 is the wheel round, and ladies and gentlemen, it's a special wheel. It's a sponsored wheel by Mr. Nathan Ovendale. Let him hear it.
Thank you, Nate.
Thank you, Nathan, for your patronage. Make sure everybody out there checks out the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Patreon. Select which tier is right for you. Maybe in an upcoming match, I will say your name like I just did for Mr. Nathan Ovendale. His sponsored slices are Audrey Hepburn
Nice.
and Dwayne La Rock Johnson movies.
I like it.
You're going to see a total of 12 wedges on there. You have opponents and spinners choice as long as 10 movie trivia Schmoedown categories. Each category contains 6 questions therein, as this is the team format. Once a team settles on a category, each question's worth 2 points. There's no penalty for missing a question. There is stealing in round number 2, so if you're not sure of the answer, ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer. At that point, the value of the question goes down to 1. Final exam, you find yourselves with a 4-point advantage. Paul, upstanding young man. Lon is there too. Would you like to spin or defer to your opponent?
All right, so the experiment will go first. Who's going to spin it? Will it be Dewberry or Mark Hoyt? They're making Dewberry do it. That seems to be a phrase known around the world now. They're making Dewberry do it.
Making the mountain spin. Is that still his nickname, or is that just what I call him?
I think he's still.
All right, thank you.
He's like what now? What is happening?
Between the spell that Shannon can put on someone and between the spell that Hoyt can put on someone, Elliot Dewberry, both the right and the left side of his brain, fully occupied.
But he still had a really good first round.
Round and round it goes. Hey, who's that handsome fella eating popcorn? Choice and the spell did not work for the experiment.
Yeah, look at Mark Hoyt burning a hole through Dewberry right now.
All right, so Paul is going to step up to the wheel and select which category they're going to force the experiment to answer 6 questions from. Interesting choice here, Christian.
All right, we're going to see.
They're going with young adult adaptations.
All right, that's interesting.
YA adaptations, a new category this year. Let's see how it goes.
All right, YA. All right, so we will give these to experiment here. We'll have 6 questions. All right, here we go, guys. Are you ready to go? I guess. All right. Let's do it. What is the subtitle of the second Twilight film?
New moon.
And a
New
groan
moon.
ripples through the audience.
New moon.
5.
Multiple choice.
A. Eclipse. B. New moon. C. Breaking dawn. D. Catching fire.
New moon.
New moon.
For 1 point. All right. Question number 2.
You guys watch Twilight movies?
Which actress is the lead in the Mortal Instruments City of Bones?
Multiple choice, please.
A. Lily James.
Lily James.
B. Kaya Scodelario. C. Cara
Or
Delevingne.
no, is it Lily
D.
James or
Lily Collins.
Lily Collins. No?
Lily James.
Is incorrect. Choices are
Very close. It's Lily Collins.
Let's wait for me, please. A. Lily James. B. Kaya Scodelario. C. Cara Delevingne. D. Lily Collins.
Yeah, they were close, but it's Lily Collins.
That is correct. Lily Collins for 1 point.
They got Lily right.
Screw your rules,
That's
man.
1 point or no?
All right, question 3. Which actor plays teenager Augustus Waters in The
Ansel
Fault in Our
Elgort.
Stars?
Ansel Elgort.
Ansel Elgort.
Yes.
All right, that's a big get.
I needed that.
3 questions remain. The experiment fully in control of their own destiny. They could take the lead if they navigate these last 3 questions correctly.
Yep. Which actor plays Gale Hawthorne in the Hunger Games franchise?
Liam Hemsworth. Liam Hemsworth.
Multiple choice, please.
A. Wes Bentley. B. Josh Hutcherson. C. Liam Hemsworth. D. Sam Claflin.
C.
Sam Claflin.
Incorrect. The choices for you guys: A. Wes Bentley. B. Josh Hutcherson. C. Liam Hemsworth. D. Sam Claflin.
Liam Hemsworth.
Yes. 1 more point for the final exam.
And that's the way you don't want it to go.
Yep.
You want to at least be able to multiple choice your way through this round. It was opponent's choice. They got saddled with it. 2 questions remain for the experiment.
Which 2005 YA adaptation stars Blake Lively,
The Sisterhood
America
of the
Ferrara,
Traveling
Amber
Pants.
Tamblyn, and Alexis Bledel?
The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
Great movie. Great movie.
Last one. Here we go. What pop music superstar plays a character named Rosemary in 2014's The Giver? the lead. Right.
Multiple choice, please.
Or tie it. A. Taylor Swift. B. Rihanna. C. Selena Gomez. D. Carrie Underwood.
Selena Gomez. I've never heard of this movie. Selena Gomez.
Selena Gomez.
Is incorrect for a 1 point steal. A. Taylor Swift. B. Rihanna. C. Selena Gomez.
Rihanna.
D. Carrie Underwood.
It's Miss Americana, Taylor Swift.
One more point. So this is massive. This is massive because Final Exam finds himself with a 2 point lead now. If they hit something that they like,
Yeah,
and
they
they
still get
do
to spin.
well, they could knock out their opponents here if they get the right category. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, the spin is about to be in. The former champion, Paul Oyama, will be spinning.
Oyama getting that right arm warmed up.
Yeah.
Wait, do we win? Can we go?
Here we go. Oyama looks confident. Swagger's back.
I got stuff after this, bro. I got stuff after
And
this.
look, I really appreciate the efforts of Winston Marshall to keep Lon Harris engaged. It's so hard with the youth of today to keep them focused on something.
Oh, looks like it's gonna hit.
Oh, that's a huge play. That's what the experiment needed. But now, Christian, the experiment has to go up there and select a wedge that they think is going to give Final Exam problems. I'm not sure what wedge that is.
Now,
Who is that?
No.
Does she like work here?
He used to be a tenured professor.
You got it.
He used to be a tenured, esteemed professor.
I thought trivia was supposed to be in a bar. Like, figure it out, guys.
All right, the experiment, we're going to need you to place your wheel of choice wedge for the opponent's choice. Final Exam. We'll have to answer 6 questions from the world of...
What are they gonna do? Oh.
the 90s.
Oh, I thought they were gonna go movies
I thought they were
quotes.
going movie quotes, but
I
they
thought
go
they
to the
were
90s, and we'll see what fruit the 90s bear for Final Exam.
That's gonna be interesting because that might come back to bite them.
That's right. The 90s, the decade where Paul Oyama was born and Lon Harris sold weed in Seattle.
Yo, Ellis, we'll meet up after this by my car.
All right. Not going anywhere with that.
All right, here we go.
In the world of the 90s, your first of 6 questions. Question number 1. What 1992 comedy has multiple endings, including the Scooby-Doo ending?
Wayne's World.
So, Wayne's World.
Party on Wayne and Party on Garth. 2 points.
So now Final Exam finds himself up 23-19.
They're starting to climb towards that knockout range. Your next question in the world of 90s. What 1999 comedy stars Steve Martin and Eddie Murphy and depicts the making of a fictional film called Heavy Rain?
It's Bowfinger.
It is Bowfinger. 2 more points.
Love that movie.
Here we go. What Best Picture winning film had the characters Neb Logan, W.W. Beauchamp, Delilah Fitzgerald, and Skinny Dubois?
Unforgiven.
2 more points.
2 more points. All right, Christian, it is now an 8-point advantage. Final Exam. Remember, steals are still in play, so the experiment does have some options, but I don't see the Final Exam missing. Maybe this next question in the world of the 90s. In the 1990 movie Presumed Innocent, who plays lawyer Alejandro Sandy Stern?
Maybe they
Haven't
finally got
seen
stumped
it.
on this one, Mark. 5.
We got a multiple choice.
I can provide that. Is it A, Andy Garcia, B, Raul Julia, C, Edward James Olmos, or D,
Andy
Esau
Garcia?
Morales?
Andy Garcia.
Andy Garcia.
That is incorrect. I'm going to give you your options once again for multiple choice and a point. Is it A, Andy Garcia, B, Raul Julia, C, Edward James Olmos, or D, Esau Morales?
Raul Julia.
That's a big
1
steal
point.
for the experiment.
That's big. So now question 5 comes into play for Final Exam. They missed their first question. They are indeed human.
They are indeed mortal. And your question, your penultimate one in the world of the 90s. In Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me, Dr. Evil and Scott exchange emotional words on national television on whose talk show?
Donahue. No, not Donahue. Damn,
We'll do multiple choice.
Multiple choice?
We'll do multiple choice.
All right, we go to A, Dr. Phil, B, Maury, C, Oprah, or D, Jerry Springer?
Or is it Dr. Phil?
I think it's Jerry Springer.
You think correct. That's a point.
All right, so we're going into the third round regardless here. So now we get to their sixth and final question. But the question is, will they be up by 8 points still or more?
They're going to be forcing the hand of the experiment, but maybe a steal could tighten the gap. In the world of the 90s, which 1994 thriller, based on a Michael Crichton novel, stars Michael Douglas and Demi Moore?
It's a Disclosure.
You are not old enough to see that, young man. Yes, 2 points.
All right, season 20. Final exam does not get the knockout. However, they put themselves in range to win via technical knockout because now we get to the third round. The experiment has to hit all three just to tie the game.
That is a tall order for the experiment. In round number 3, each team is going to give us a series of numbers. We need 3 numbers per team. These numbers can range from 1 to 20. Each number corresponds to a different corner of the movie Trivia Schmoedown Galaxy. The first question is worth 2 points, the next one 3, the last one 5 points. Because this is a team format, once we tell you what the category for the 2-point question is, the team must decide which individual member is going to answer it. You may not rely on your teammates' knowledge for the 2-pointer or the 3-pointer, which will be answered by the other team member. So the experiment, losing by 10 to final exam. So final exam, we're going to get your 3 numbers first from 1 to 20. What feels lucky, gentlemen?
Let's go 4, 19, and 7.
4, 19, and 7. And now we get the experiment.
1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and 3. All right. All right, 1, 2, and 3. We start. All right, so here's how it works, guys. If you don't hit all 3 of these, then final exam will win via TKO. We start with category 1, famous actors and actresses. Who'd like to go?
I'll take it.
All right, Elliot.
The Mountain.
All right. Johnny Depp made his acting debut
Nightmare
in
on
which
Elm
Wes
Street.
Craven horror classic?
Nightmare on Elm Street.
That is correct. 2 points. That's all that content. Now got it ruined. All right, so now Mark Hoyt has to hit his, which is action adventure. What 2012 martial arts action film was made in Indonesia? It's directed by Gareth Evans.
The Raid.
The Raid.
Yes, that is correct. All right.
They're doing as well as they possibly can.
All right, so now, if they hit it, it goes back to final exam. However, if they miss, final exam still wins via TKO.
5-point question, what's the category?
Spy.
Ooh.
Spy movies. Here we go. Which 2000s spy film has the following actors in its cast? Christopher Plummer, Mark Strong, Amanda Peet, William Hurt, and Chris Cooper.
Spy movie.
Final exam, revving their engine for
Waiting
the win.
for the TKO, hoping. And 5, 4.
Repeat the question, please.
Second one. Which 2000 spy film has the following actors in its cast? Christopher Plummer, Mark Strong, Amanda Peet, William Hurt, and Chris Cooper.
And that is 2000s.
2000s.
In the decade of the 2000s.
Breach.
And your winner, by way of technical knockout, prime time, Paul Oyama, the delinquent, Lon Harris, final exam. Answer, Syriana. Syriana was the answer there.
Hi, my name is Shannon.
And Hoyt certainly didn't find the same way that Oyama and Harris did. And now, look, Winston Marshall taking
Well, that's just not. We don't encourage that for underage kids. Winston encouraging the delinquent with booze. Paul Oyama, very upstanding citizen, all of a sudden the movie trivia Schmoedown and proving their worth on the field of movie trivia competition. The experiment did very well, I thought, though, until that third round when they had to get everything correct. That's a tough pull for a 5-point question. 25 points, nothing to sneeze at.
No, not at all. I mean, it was definitely. You could put up anyone against Paul Oyama and Lon Harris. Dewberry scored 5 or 6 points in the first round.
He did well.
They had 2 perfect rounds. Lon Harris has proven, once again, he hasn't missed a step. But this time, I don't know, and nothing against JTE or his brother. He might have found the best partner. I think that Winston drafted very, very well here. And I know I was talking to Jen Sturger about this in general, too. Like, she was impressed with Winston Marshall's draft and putting them together as a team. So to hear about that strategy, it certainly is paying off. So let's talk to Jen right now, who's with Final Exam, Lon Harris, Paul Oyama, and Winston Marshall with swag.
Thanks so much, Christian. Oh, you've got to be. Oh, did you just dab on me?
Yeah, not on you, on the whole league. I tried to tell y'all. I told y'all. Okay, I came up there with that cane, okay, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, let me go ahead and get Paul Oyama real quick. Let me go get Lon Harris real quick. I'm going to put the young and the old together, and we're going to make a super team. Okay, we gonna make a super team. We gonna make LeBron James with Dwayne Wade. Okay, we gonna make LeBron James with Anthony Davis. Okay, we gonna make LeBron James with pretty much anybody. Okay, you know what I'm saying? We out here winning.
Paul, drip. Paul, I have to say, I've never felt whiter than just then. Oh my God. Paul, I have to tell you, I was watching you play out there today. Calm down. I was watching you play out there today, and honestly, you look like a different person. You look energized. You look, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the fact that you don't have the leather jacket anymore, you don't have the sunglasses. But do you feel like your play out there today kind of gave you a little bit of redemption and a fresh start after Spectacular last year?
Yeah, I think so. I think in a weird way, Lon's energy kind of helped me out. It kind of calmed me down a little bit and eased me up, and I think let me...
That was the weed.
I'm not going to incriminate anybody on this telecast, but no, it felt good to be out there, and I think we played pretty well, and I'm excited for whatever comes next for us, really.
Lon, delinquent, I'm not sure what to call you now. Oh wow, this is aggressive. But it was cool seeing the two of you click so easily out there. I mean, how did you feel being out there and playing with Paul?
Yeah, I just, tried to get all the answers right, which really isn't even that hard. I'm not sure why they were having so much trouble with it, honestly. It's cool. Bro, right?
This is a very relaxed Paul, like Paul and Lon. I don't know it's a very, it's like an after-school special out here right now.
I mean, more or less, I think the one thing that really made a lot of sense is you had Lon, who was they were both really serious, but for different reasons, so we just kind of brought that together, and they also have gaps that they fill each other, you know what I'm saying? So 90s worked out perfectly. He knew back half of the 90s, he knew the first half of the 90s, it worked out perfectly, so, yeah, drip, baby, let's go.
I think Lon's gaps were there for a completely different reason than Paul's.
Yes, that's why if you notice I took the chips with me. I needed him to focus and not worry about the munchies, but yes.
Chips, though? Let's get some chips.
Yes, we'll celebrate with some chips, guys. Congratulations on your victory today, and congratulations to Swag. How do you do that again? I'll hurt myself if I try that, so back to you guys.
All right, well, obviously, Swag is feeling good, Mark. I mean, I think Winston is exactly right. He put together a super team because you've seen super teams in the past, whether it was Clark Wolf and Rachel Cushing, whether it was Dan Merle and John Roca, or the Patriots themselves, Little Evil and Snyder. You got another one here. You got another one with Paul Oyama and Lon Harris, and they're going to be a team to beat.
They're a great team individually, collectively. They showed their mettle here today, and Winston Marshall cast as Michelle Pfeiffer from Dangerous Minds, having to corral that talent, reluctant though it may be in the case of the delinquent Lon Harris.
Yeah, well, that's the question too. It's like, what they both do is they bring a lot of clout to their matches because Lon Harris has been in a tournament finals before. Paul Oyama has been the singles champion. So they can really rise up the ranks and shake anyone in their boots, obviously.
But what I would say about the experiment, I would not label this as a failed experiment. It's a loss, but they did put up a lot of points. Hoyk and Dewberry, they know their stuff, and we're about to hear how they feel about the match right now with Corruption, Shannon Barney, Mark Hoyk, and Ellie Dewberry. Jen Sturger, they're all yours.
Shannon, even though you guys got the L today, I don't feel like this is an absolute loss for you guys. I feel like they took a lot away from this match and they learned a lot, especially how to play with one another.
Absolutely. It's an experiment, and we threw these guys together to see what they can do, and 25 points in their debut match, I'm certainly not upset about it. Are you guys? You shouldn't be upset. Are you upset?
The measure of a man is when he can admit to making bad decisions. Now, I will freely own up to the fact that I guessed badly in the spy category and that I gambled wrongly on the wheel. Just as Mr. Dingleberry here, Dewdrop, whatever, you gave them the blank check on the wheel with which to decimate us and blew what could have been a perfect first round for the both of us.
You guys were on the same team. You did amazing, sweetie. You were great. I'm very proud of you. Mark, just a little.
It's all about owning your mistakes and learning from them.
You look like you're being held at gunpoint.
There's no guns. But that's the vibe, yeah.
Shannon, how do we regroup from this? How do we move forward? I mean, are we going to keep them together, or are we going to try to, it is an experiment. Are we going to just keep kind of moving the pieces together until we find ones that click?
Are you guys not having fun watching this? I mean, come on. Seriously, why would I break this up? Are you insane? And by the way, while all these other teams are out here prematurely ejaculating all over the show, corruption is biding their time. It's a long season, and we've got plenty of it, so I'm not worried.
Well, parents just had to explain a lot to their kid.
Because evil is patient.
Back to you guys.
Smart move, Jen.
Juan Harris is giggling somewhere after that last comment.
So Dewberry is terrified, and I know that Dewberry is searching, and I know people are wondering, where is Makuga? Where is Makuga? Makuga was not able to be here, obviously.
He's eating history.
And you thought he is, and you thought maybe he would be here to help, to get Dewberry in spirits, but he's not here. He wasn't able to be here. And Dewberry, I gotta be honest, he looks lost. He looks lost without Makuga.
He looks like a frightened child under the spell of two very evil parents.
Yeah, well, where is that? Remember the Dewberry that we used to see? He would come out, he'd be yelling and screaming and confident.
He's high-fiving, he's drinking beers, he's having a good time, he's a dude.
He looked like
a shell of a man.
No, he looked like Kevin Bacon in Footloose when they said, you can't dance here, son.
Oh,
that's what it seemed like.
He's going to be dancing in a barn by himself later on today. He lost his game of tractor chicken here, Christian.
I know.
Will he still go to prom?
Well, either way, final exam, Paul Oyama and Lon Harris sitting pretty here, 1-0, one knockout. And all these new teams that are coming in, we're looking for some just explosive matches down the line, because who knows who they could play next. They could play the Pride. They could play Deep 13. They could play one of these teams that are out there, and it could be a short road for some of these teams to get to the champions. We don't know. It's really exciting. Season 7. We're up and running.
You look at that scoreboard, final exam, if they were pressed and they got all of their round 3 questions right, would have dropped 40 points.
Yeah, I mean, it's
so very big win for final exam. The experiment, the results yet to be seen. When, that's a hypothesis. For Christian Harloff, I'm Mark Ellis, and you can check out the movie Trivia Schmoedown live. The Schmoedownlive.com is website to get your tickets. Check out all the rankings. We've got a lot of good stuff. All sorts of goodies for you on there, as well as our Patreon, the movie Trivia Schmoedown Patreon.
That's right. Go to the Patreon. Join up. So many new patrons this year. Thank you so much. Look forward to hopefully brand new people coming on over, seeing what we're doing. And like Mark said, go to the Schmoedownlive.com. A lot of great events coming up. We'll see you next time.
All right. Baby, how are ya? How you doing?
I'm all right. I mean, honestly, a little bit weird,
Weird.
Going from the wild berries to corruption, like pretty different vibe there. I used to have a lot of fun, like we'd chug beers, sometimes win a match. And now, I feel like Mark's kind of bullying me a little bit out there.
Elliot.
Publicly.
Hey.
He's really scary.
Sir.
Yeah.
You gotta snap out of that, baby. Did you see how well you performed? When I said I was proud of you, I meant it, okay? This whole, evil Mark and Shannon and corruption thing, it's not weird if you don't make it weird.
I guess you're right. I don't know. I still talk to Josh sometimes. I sent him a text this morning, and
Yeah, what did he say?
he hasn't gotten back to me. He's working on that show where he eats poison and tries not to die, and
I find it really interesting that he decided not to get back to you, because I feel like you and I have been in pretty close contact. It's
Okay.
just super weird that Josh isn't here for you anymore.
It's long distance right now.
Sure,
There's,
of course.
we're not in the same team anymore, but like we're still bros. Like he'll text me back. I'm sure he will.
I'm sure he will.
He wouldn't just ghost me like that.
Of course not.
It's not what bros do.
That's not what I would do. Corruption's a family. You're part of that family now. Okay?
Okay.
Hey,
Okay.
we got your back. Don't worry about it.
All right. Well,
talk.
Good talk. That woman terrifies me.
My name is Beatrice Dixon. I'm the founder of the Honey Pot.
Well, that was a really good match. And Lon Harris, I fucking love his new character. It can really... he's going places with his character work is hilarious. And Paul with the nonchalant, not taking everything too serious. That's certainly different. Swag, drip. They had a great win, and they are another super team. See how far they can go. And the experiment, Mark Edward Hoyk up to his very unusual shenanigans. Dewberry feeling like a freaking hostage, like in House. I don't know. It's crazy. Shannon with her diabolical schemes. Who knows what she's up to. Looks like she's trying to drive a wedge with Elliot and Makuga. That's for sure. But, this was a very fun match to watch. And, yeah. If you like my reactions, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Christopher Woodburn. You can find me on Twitter, ChrisWoodburn83. Facebook, Christopher Michael Woodburn. So until next time, Mr. Boy C-Dub. Peace.